me in a wreck, broke my jaw, all banged up, totaled the car. Then my seizures also were causing blackout episodes. So before they, after the first seizure, they weren't too sure about seizure meds or what was going on. So that's when they put a Holter monitor on me and found that during the seizures, my heart was stopping. So they inserted a pacemaker at age 21, which everybody was like, you, a 21-year-old with a pacemaker? Yeah, and I still have it. It's still here. So that was one thing I worried about at the airport, is going through the little security things. And they're like, oh, no, they're improved now. They won't do anything to your pacemaker. Okay. So then it went on to the medications. And you name the medication that I've been on it. I've been on all of these. I've suffered through the side effects of all of these. The only one that had the allergic reaction to immediately was the Tegretol. But they would try different ways of combining medicine, and then going off this one on this one. All the medicines would work for a little while, and then boom, the seizures were back again. So it wasn't good. This picture is me before this diet. All the medicines I was on, the weight gain from them was just unreal, how much weight I gained. The drowsiness, the memory deficits, having blood work over and over again. The seizures continued with no luck at all, just it would work a little while and it would stop. And then all the seizures were causing me loss of memory. Short-term memory was affected really bad by the seizures. And they just went on and on. My life went on. I got married, we wanted to have children, was real concerned about the medications and pregnancy. One thing, I am a teacher of kids with severe disabilities. So I know, I work with kids that have multiple seizures and in addition to the disabilities. So I kind of come from both ends on the professional standpoint as well as the person on the diet. So of course my doctors knew my profession, so when I wanted to get pregnant, they were like, you know what the chances are, you know everything, we're leaving you alone. So I said, okay, thank you. My husband and I decided to take the chance, got pregnant in 97. My seizures did increase during my pregnancy, and the medication had to be increased. The hormone levels made my medication levels take more and more. When I gave birth to Kayla, I was on 1,600 milligrams of Lamictal a day, which was a lot of medicine. I went into overdose a few hours after she was born, and that was that fast that the hormones had. It just amazes me as a patient what hormones does to your body, on how much medicine it takes, and that kind of thing. It was unreal. But in 97, my daughter, who's in the back, she was born in 97, perfectly healthy, no problems whatsoever. She's a straight A student, perfect health, freshman year in high school. 2 years after she was born, my seizures weren't going away, but they were increasing in frequency. I decided to pursue more options for a healthier life and help get rid of the seizures. I went to University of Virginia to ask for help because I am from Roanoke, Virginia. I spent 2 weeks in the hospital under continuous EEG monitoring while being taken off the medications. That's a long time to be away from doing baby too. 2 weeks. A spot was found on my left temporal lobe where the seizures were stemming from. Surgery was scheduled for a partial temporal lobectomy, which I had. After surgery, I went 6 months seizure-free. I thought, okay, I'm cured. They were turning down. I was admitted back into the hospital for another continuous EEG monitoring. The team found that the seizure stem location had jumped during surgery, causing the seizures to return again. A few months later, the second surgery was scheduled. Surgery number 2 stopped the seizures for a couple of months, and boom, it was back again. The stem for the seizures now had jumped to my right temporal lobe from the left temporal. The doctors there at UVA said, stay on medicine, nothing we can do, you're going to have seizures forever, basically. I went home and I was bound and determined that, somehow these have got to stop. I have a child, I have a life to live, I want the seizures gone. got on the internet, started emailing doctors, everything, and the doctors at Johns Hopkins returned an email of me with an appointment date in 2 months. Johns Hopkins is the most wonderful, life-saving place there is. When I got there, some new medications had come out that they attempted, and the new medications kind of went the same way as the other ones. Tried it for a while, seizure-free, boom, seizures back. So I went in one day and I was seeing Dr. Berge, and I said, "Can it have something to do with what I'm eating?" And his response was, "Hang on, let me go get my coworker." And Dr. Kossoff just happened to be right down the hall and came back into the room, and then the adventure began. That's when I met Eric, and things started going well for me. When I started the diet, it was in February of 2005. My starting weight was 290 pounds. I was very big, very large. I started the diet 15 grams of carbs a day, and my seizures stopped immediately. Luckily, knock on wood, I have not had a seizure since the day I started the diet in 2005. I've lost 100 pounds. I can drive. That's what I tell everybody. When I look at a plate, I picture a steering wheel. And if I eat the wrong thing on that plate, boom, my driver's license is gone. So now I'm eating 20 to 25 grams of carbs a day, and I've not ever cheated since 2005 because I know one cheat could make one seizure come back, which could make that driver's license gone. And if you've ever done without a driver's license, it's very difficult, especially having a small child and getting them everywhere they need to go. So like I said, the motivation is the driving, and nobody knows what it's like not to have a driver's license until you lose one. Different things that I do eat. Low carb yogurt, I have, and sugar-free Jell-O I have every morning for breakfast. Dr. Pepper, I have to have my caffeine, so I have my dad Dr. Pepper. Going out to eat and everything, I eat a lot of wings, because you can usually find those on the appetizer menu at every restaurant. You can have buffalo wings, so I get my wings, or salads, or cheeseburger minus the bun. Low carb cheesecake, my mom researched and found a recipe for that, so when we have family gatherings where everybody's eating all the sweets, I always have my low carb cheesecakes in there. Whipped cream, steak, ham, pork chops, peanuts, almonds, pork rinds. I was a big chip person before starting the diet, so pork rinds became my best friend. Eating those, I used to think pork rinds, that's gross, but now you get over that and keep going because it's something to eat that's salty. So, side effects that I've had of the diet, at the beginning of the diet I did get kidney stones, where I had to go in and have those blasted, and that was no fun. That was worse than the brain surgery, kidney stones were. But it made me realize I got to drink more water, and I just got to drinking more, and so that's been gone. When I went to my yearly gynecologist appointment the second year, they did a bone density test, and just to make sure through all that, and osteopenia had developed, so they put me on Beniva for that, and now I'm off of that, and all that's done and over with, and I'm back to normal on that. And I don't know if it was the initial status of the diet that got things all confused in my body, but now everything's back good. Restaurant menus and stuff, I kind of have to look like I did when we got here. We stopped and looked at a menu of one of the restaurants before we went in it. I was like, let me see a menu first to make sure there's something on it that I can eat. There's some places you go, like Olive Garden, those of you that know that restaurant, there's not one thing on the menu there I can have because it's all pasta. And so there's nothing, and even their salads come out with already salad dressing on it that I can't have. So it's basically, that's one restaurant that can't go there. Holiday gatherings with family, they're all very tempting. But like I say, my mom's been wonderful. She makes my low carb cheesecake every holiday, so I have something sitting there to look forward to. The benefits of the diet, the seizures gone, the weight loss, the happiness, the driver's license, it's all well worth it. It's been a long time, and now my body is adapted to not even really wanting those foods, you know, occasionally, but now I'm to the point I don't even think about it much. And the benefit of the diet is my weight. That is before, and the care of my husband and my daughter, and the happy life that I have now. So, and I'm always open to, I've had people email me, call